Welcome to Dollar Side Hustle, your go-to podcast for all things side hustle. Today we're diving deep into a unique way to make some extra cash, and it involves a little bit of teamwork.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept that's been around for centuries. You see it in cultures all across the globe, Africa, the Caribbean, Latin America. You even see it in Korea.
Okay, so break this down for me. What exactly are we talking about?
Imagine a group of people all pooling their money together, and then they kind of take turns receiving this lump sum, and then they just keep repeating the cycle.
Okay.
That's the basic idea behind what's known as a tanda. Sometimes it's called a susu, a sausu. I've even heard it called a K.
So many names.
Right. But the core idea is the same. It's all about leveraging the power of community, shared responsibility. It helps folks achieve their financial goals together.
I like that, the community aspect. So how does this actually work? In practice, I mean.
Yeah. It's actually pretty straightforward. You get a group of people, people you trust. Could be friends, family, coworkers even. And they all agree to put in a fixed amount of money on a regular basis, say $50 every week.
Okay, so like a recurring commitment that everyone makes.
Exactly. And then each week, one person in that group gets the entire pot, all the money.
So if there's 5 people and everyone puts in $50,
boom, someone's getting a $250 payout every single week.
and this just rotates, so everyone gets their turn.
Exactly. Everyone in Tanda gets their turn. It's like a fast track to a larger amount of money, way faster than if you were saving on your own.
Oh, okay, now I'm seeing the appeal.
Right. It's almost like a community-driven savings and loan. You're essentially getting a zero-interest loan from your friends, from your peers, when you get that payout.
I like that. That's a really interesting way to look at it.
And it's not just about getting that lump sum. It kind of bakes in a savings habit,
Yeah.
That social commitment, knowing your friends or family are counting on you, that can be a powerful motivator.
That's true.
Yeah.
Keeps you accountable.
Exactly. It taps into that whole human need for connection, belonging. It's not just you against your bank account. It's a group effort.
And that can be really helpful, especially for people who struggle to save on their own, right?
Big time. It brings a sense of community to personal finance. It makes it almost fun,
Okay, so we've covered the basics, how a Tanda works, the benefits, but let's get down to brass tacks. Our listeners want to know, how can they make some extra cash with this?
Now you're talking. That's where things get interesting. The key is leveraging those payouts, the timing of them. And you can even use them to fuel other side hustles, generate even more income.
Okay, I'm all ears. Spill the beans.
Yeah.
How do you make a Tanda a side hustle?
All right, picture this. You join a Tanda, and you're one of the first to get the payout.
So you got cash in hand right away.
Right. Now, at the same time, you join another Tanda, but this time you're way down the line to receive the payout.
So you're staggering your payouts.
Bingo. You use the first payout, maybe invest it, start a small side hustle, whatever your goal is. While you're working on that, you're consistently contributing to the second Tanda, knowing that down the line, bam, another payout hits.
That's actually a really smart strategy. You're creating a continuous flow of funds.
Exactly. And you're leveraging that community aspect, right? Shared responsibility helps everyone reach their goals.
I got to ask, though, wouldn't juggling multiple Tandas be kind of, a logistical nightmare? How do you keep track of it all?
Oh, that's a valid point. That's where being organized comes in. Communication is key. A simple spreadsheet can do the trick. Or an app. Or heck, even just a good old notebook.
It's all about staying organized and being proactive about communication.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to talk to your Tanda groups. If something comes up, life happens, let them know if you might be late on a payment. That transparency builds trust, and that keeps things running smooth.
Makes sense. It's about responsibility and respect for the other members.
At the end of the day, it's about using Tandis as a tool to help you reach your goals. It's about working together, supporting each other, and everyone wins,
I like that. It's a nice reminder that you don't have to navigate the world of money all alone.
That's the spirit. Now, before we get into specific strategies, like how to turn those Tanda payouts into profitable side hustles.
We're just getting to the good part.
Hold that thought. We'll be right back with more insights and ideas on how to make this work for you.
Done with the 9-to-5 grind and need a way to make extra cash? You can earn $20 to $50 an hour working from home on freelance tasks and projects. Set your own hours and work as much or as little as you like. No experience needed. We'll connect you with businesses looking for help with data entry, typing and writing, sales and marketing, customer service, online research. Ready to start? Visit dollarsidehustle.com/clickearners today. Want to make $25 to $50 an hour just by writing reviews of apps on your phone or tablet? It's as simple as downloading apps, trying them out, and sharing your honest feedback. No experience needed, just a phone, a tablet, and some basic writing skills. If this sounds like your kind of gig, don't miss out. Paid reviewers are in high demand, and you can start earning right away. Ready to get started? Visit dollarsidehustle.com/review apps and start making money from your reviews today.
All right, we're back, and we're ready to dig into some actual side hustle strategies. Stuff you can use to turn those Tanda payouts into cold, hard cash.
Now, one option that a lot of people go for is investing in stocks.
Stocks, yeah. Always a good topic. But I think for a lot of folks, especially beginners, the stock market can seem kind of scary.
I get it. It can definitely feel overwhelming. But honestly, it doesn't have to be. With a Tanda payout, you can start small, build your portfolio over time.
So you don't need like a ton of money to get started?
Nope, not at all. And there are tons of resources out there that can teach you the basics.
Okay, so say you get like $1,000 payout from your Tanda. What's a practical way to invest that in the stock market?
One good option is a low-cost index fund.
Index fund.
Yeah. They track a specific market index, like the S&P 500, for example. That includes a bunch of the biggest companies in the U.S.
So instead of picking individual stocks, you're basically investing in a whole bunch of companies at once.
Exactly. It spreads out your risk. You're more likely to benefit from the overall growth of the market.
That sounds like a good place to start if you're new to the game.
Definitely. And a lot of these online brokerage platforms, they let you buy fractional shares. You don't even need to buy a whole share.
Really?
Yeah, you can invest with as little as $1.
That's amazing. So anyone can do it, no matter their budget.
Exactly. Now, another option folks are talking about these days, cryptocurrency.
Crypto. That's a hot topic for sure. But I got to be honest, it's still a bit of a mystery to me.
I hear you. It's definitely a complex world, but there are strategic ways to approach it.
So how would you recommend someone use a Tanda payout to get into crypto?
Well, one way is to use some of that payout to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those are two of the most established cryptocurrency.
Okay, so you're buying into the market.
Yeah.
But what about all the talk of, volatility risk?
It's true. Crypto is volatile. The prices can swing pretty wildly.
That's kind of what I've heard.
But honestly, any investment has some level of risk.
True.
It's about understanding the risks and knowing that, hey, you could lose money, but you could also gain a lot. Just don't invest what you can't afford to lose.
That's good advice for any investment, really.
No doubt. Now, if you want something a little more hands-on with your Tanda payout, there's always starting a side hustle.
Ah, now we're talking. Side hustles, that's our jam.
Right. And the best part is you get to pursue what you're passionate about. Learn new skills, make some extra cash on the side.
And you're your own boss. Set your own hours, work on projects that you actually care about.
Exactly. And that Tanda payout, that can be the seed money you need to get your side hustle up and running.
Love it. So what are some specific side hustle ideas that people could use that money for?
Oh man, the possibilities are endless. Really depends on what you're into, what skills you have.
Give us some examples.
All right, well, let's say you're creative, you like working with your hands. You could use that money to buy some equipment for freelance photography or videography.
Good one. Always a demand for that kind of visual content.
Or maybe you're more of a tech person, always learning new things. Take an online course, boost your skills in graphic design or web development.
Those are great options if you want to work in the digital world.
For sure. And if you're passionate about something specific, a certain niche, use the funds to buy inventory for an online store or to cover the startup costs of a small service business.
So like your own e-commerce store or offering services like, social media management, virtual assistant stuff.
Exactly. It's all about picking a side hustle that fits you, your interests, your skills.
Makes sense. You're more likely to stick with it and be successful if you're actually enjoying what you're doing.
100%. But gotta remember, starting a side hustle, it takes more than just money, right?
Yeah, you're not going to get rich overnight.
It takes time, effort, dedication.
That's part of the journey, though, building something from scratch and watching it grow.
Exactly. That Tanda payout, it's just the beginning. It's about using that investment to create something that lasts, that makes you money in the long run.
I like that. It's like using the Tanda as fuel for your side hustle dreams.
That's the idea.
Right.
And whatever side hustle you're thinking about, do your research first,
Don't just jump in head first.
Right. Understand the market, who your customers are, come up with a plan.
So plan and strategize.
Yeah.
Got it. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. What about the risks? Are there any downsides to all this?
Well, like with any financial strategy, there's always going to be some risk. And pandas, they're no exception.
So what are some things people should be aware of?
Well, one of the biggest risks is default. Someone in your group doesn't make their payment. That can mess up the whole cycle. People can lose money.
Yeah, that's a worry, especially since a lot of this is based on trust and informal agreements.
Exactly. So choose your group carefully. People you trust, people who are responsible with money.
Do your due diligence. Be picky about who you're partnering with.
Exactly. And set clear rules right from the start. Have an agreement, even if it's just written down, about the terms. How much everyone contributes, when the payouts are, what happens if someone defaults.
Smart. Protects everyone involved.
Right. Now, another thing to consider, Tandas usually aren't regulated.
What does that mean?
It means, unlike a bank, there's no government oversight.
So if something goes wrong,
There's no safety net, no insurance or anything. It's important to know that going in.
so weigh the benefits against the risks.
Got it. Exactly. And remember, Tandas, they're not some get-rich-quick scheme.
Right.
They're a tool,
Yeah.
to help you build good financial habits, access larger sums of money, maybe even fuel that side hustle.
But like any tool,
Yeah,
you got to use it responsibly.
couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, there's something we don't always talk about. The social and emotional side of being in a Tanda.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just about the money, right? It's about that sense of community, like you're all in this together.
Yeah, you're basically forming a financial support system with people you care about.
And that can be really powerful, motivating even.
I can see that. Definitely adds a more positive vibe to your financial journey.
For sure. It's not just about you winning, it's about the whole group succeeding.
I love that. Okay, before we get too deep into that, though, I have a question.
Yeah.
What if you don't have a bunch of friends or family who want to do a Tanda?
Good question. Not everyone's got that built-in group, right?
Yep.
And that's totally fine. You can still benefit from the Tanda idea, even if you're on your own.
Really? How?
Well, for starters, you can check out online Tanda platforms. They connect people who are interested no matter where you live or who you know.
Oh, like a virtual Tanda.
Exactly. A lot of these platforms have cool features too. Automated payments, they cover you if someone defaults. Some even help you build your credit score.
Sounds convenient and safe.
It can be, but do your homework, Choose a platform with a good reputation, check reviews, make sure their security is tight.
Good point. Got to be careful with online financial stuff.
Always. Now, another option, if you're on your own, you can create your own little personal Tanda system.
Okay, now I'm really curious. How do you do that?
It's easier than you think.
Yeah.
You basically set up automatic transfers to a savings account, just like you'd be contributing to a group.
So you're basically paying yourself.
You got it. Instead of giving that $50 a week to a Tanda, you transfer it to your own savings account.
And then when you hit a certain amount,
Treat yourself to a payout, just like in a regular Tanda.
that's a really neat trick. You get the benefits of a Tanda without needing a group.
Exactly. You can even have multiple savings goals, different payout timelines, just like staggering your payouts with multiple Tandas.
So like one savings goal for a short-term thing, like a vacation or something, and another for a long-term goal, like a down payment on a house.
You got it. Make the system work for you.
I love it. Tandas for everyone. So even if you're not in a formal Tanda or doing that personal system, are there still takeaways that anyone can use?
Absolutely. I'd say one of the biggest lessons is the power of saving consistently.
Yeah, that's like personal finance 101.
Right. But Tandas, they add that social element.
Yep.
That makes it more fun, more motivating.
It's like having a cheering section for your savings goals.
Exactly. Even if you're saving solo, set up those automatic transfers, track your progress, celebrate the wins.
Build a system that works for you and keeps you engaged.
You got it. Now, another big takeaway from Tandas, financial discipline.
That's important for like everything money related.
Oh, absolutely. And Tandas, they kind of force you to be disciplined. You got to contribute regularly. You got to keep your commitments.
Like a financial boot camp?
Kind of, yeah. But even if you're not in a Tanda, that discipline spills over into your daily life. You're more aware of what you're spending. You're more focused on saving.
So it's about being mindful with your money, making conscious choices.
Precisely. And the last big takeaway, the power of community. We've been talking about that all along.
Yeah, it's like a recurring theme.
It's a reminder that you're not alone in this. We can all lean on each other for support, encouragement, hold each other accountable.
It's like having a team of people who are rooting for your financial success.
That's the spirit. Even if you're not in a Tanda, you can find that community. Join online forums, go to workshops, find a financial advisor who gets you.
Surround yourself with people who understand your goals.
Exactly. Okay, as we wrap up our Tanda deep dive, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts.
All right, lay it on us.
First and foremost, remember, Tandas are a tool, a powerful tool that can help you reach your financial goals.
Okay.
Saving, investing, even starting your own business, Tandas can make it happen. But approach it with caution, okay? Do your research, pick the right group, set clear rules,
Be smart about it.
and don't be afraid to adapt the Tanda concept to fit your situation. Traditional Tanda, online platform, personal system, whatever works best for you.
Find your own Tanda path.
Exactly. And even if Tandas aren't your thing, there's still valuable stuff to learn here. Consistent saving, financial discipline, community support, those are important no matter what.
Good reminders for everyone.
And remember, financial success, it's not about reaching some finish line. It's a journey.
Okay,
It's about setting goals, taking action, and finding people who support you along the way.
I love that. It's about empowerment, believing that you can achieve your dreams.
That's what it's all about. Now, before we go, remember that exciting news we mentioned?
The side hustle resources.
Yep. Head down to the episode description. We've got links to some amazing platforms.
And full transparency, those are affiliate links. We get a small commission if you sign up
Well,
through them.
Helps us keep the Dollar Side Hustle show running. We're all about helping you achieve financial freedom, Live the life you want.
If you like what we're doing, check out those links. It's a great way to support us.
And hey, while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You'll catch all our future episodes.
Wow, we really covered a lot today. Tanda history, how they work, strategies for using them to boost your side hustle.
It's all about community, right?
Yeah.
Financial discipline, the power of working together, so many possibilities.
I hope our listeners are fired up and ready to take charge of their financial lives.
Tandas are such a cool way to approach saving and investing, even launching your own business.
And it's a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. Having a community, sharing the responsibility, that can make a huge difference.
Exactly. Everyone wins when you work together.
And even if you're not part of a Tanda right now, there's still a lot to learn from this concept.
Absolutely. Personal Tanda system, online savings challenge, just committing to saving regularly and investing wisely. There are so many ways to apply these principles.
So many paths to financial success. Let's do a quick recap for our listeners. What are the key takeaways here?
Number one, Tandas are all about trust and community. Pick your group carefully, communicate openly, lay down the ground rules from the beginning.
Makes sense. What else?
Embrace the power of saving consistently. Even small amounts add up over time, especially with that Tanda motivation.
It's like a saving snowball. Keeps getting bigger.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to think outside the box with those Tanda payouts. Invest in stocks, explore cryptocurrency, start a side hustle that you're passionate about.
So many options.
And lastly, remember, financial success isn't a finish line. It's a journey.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Set your goals, take action, and find people who support you along the way.
So if you enjoyed this deep dive and want to support our mission, check out those links.
And while you're at it, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more side hustle adventures. Until then, keep hustling. And we'll catch you in the next deep dive.